Welcome to this video. Today we're going to talk about graphite pencils and the differences between some of the brands. I will also cover the graphite pencil grades and their uses. We will also cover different ways to hold a pencil and why you would hold them that way. And then finally, I will share my favorite pencils so far and why I use them often. I have a few brands of pencils that I use. First is the Fantasia. Second is the one I use most often. It's a faber-castell, maybe that's how you say it. Also, Cretacolor Monolith, and these are very soft and very dark. I also have the Blick Studio brand pencils, and then the Staedtler Mars Lumograph. I don't know how to say it. And what I've noticed is the different brands are a little bit different in terms of softness and hardness. And so in our demonstration today, you'll kind of see a little bit of a difference between each one. So let's talk about different ways to hold a pencil and why we would hold it that way. So the way that you hold a pencil can really impact your drawing style and your control. So here are a few common grips and when to use them. First one is going to be the tripod grip. This is the most common grip. This is where your thumb and index and middle fingers form a triangle around the pencil. This is great for general sketching and shading, and also detailed work. It provides good control and precision. The next is the overhand grip. This is where the pencil rests on your finger, your ring finger, or your pinky, while your other fingers support it. So this is useful for loose sketching and expressive drawings. It also allows for more fluid and gestural strokes. Next one is the underhand grip. This is where the pencil rests on your thumb and index finger, with the other finger supporting. This one's less common, but it could be useful for doing very fine lines or precise details. Next one is the dynamic grip. This involves shifting your grip throughout the drawing to achieve different effects. So it doesn't matter the way you hold it, just experiment with different grips, different ways to hold it to see what fits your specific style or your task that you want to do. My favorites, I like to use the tripod grip a lot, as well as the overhand grip. Especially when I'm shading, I use the overhand grip because it's easier to get very light and controlled strokes. But honestly, do what's comfortable for you and try out different things. And as long as you're able to perform the task that you want to do and to get the results you want, use that grip, use what works for you. So let's cover the graphite pencil grades and their uses. And these are the numbers and letters you see on the pencils. And we have a range of hard pencils and soft pencils, H being the hard and B being the soft. And these different grades are suitable for different types of drawing purposes. So let's break it down. We have hard pencils, H. We have an HB, which is like a neutral grade, probably close or exactly like your number 2 pencil that you may be familiar with. And these are suitable for general sketching or outlining. And then we have a 2H, 3H, 4H, etc. And the higher the number, the harder the grade. And these are great for like technical drawings because they can produce really precise lines and details. They're great for light sketching, and that helps with outlines or under drawings. And we can also do some shading if you want to do something that's very delicate or soft looking, or maybe semi-transparent. Next, we have the soft pencils, which is the B. And we have a B, 2B, 3B, etc. And these are softer grades. And these are great for shading because they can create really deep and rich shadows and also good tonal variations. It's also great for blending. We can achieve very smooth transitions between the light and dark areas. It's great for expressive drawings because you can produce really bold or dramatic strokes. You'll see a lot of people use it for portrait drawings because you can capture really subtle facial features and textures with it. So let's get down to some specifics and why we would use them. So sketching. Pencils for sketching can be HB, B, or 3B pencils. Line drawing, the harder pencils like 2H, 3H, because they can create really clean and precise lines. Shading, we will use softer pencils like 4B, 6B, or 8B, and they're excellent for providing those deep, rich tones. And blending, the softer pencils are so much easier for blending. They produce more pigment and allow for smoother transitions. And of course, technical drawings, like we said before, they're the harder pencils just because of how detailed and accurate they are. And then portraitures, a combination of hard and soft pencils are used, and because you can create really soft looks and also details, with the harder pencils for outlining and the finer details, and the softer pencils for shading and tonal variations. And remember, these are just general guidelines. You can find that you might have other preferences the more you experiment and the more you try it out. I'm going to use the Blick and compare it against the faber-castell. So let's talk about the different brands that I have. And you'll see the faber-castell is a lot softer. It puts more of the graphite down and it smooths out a little bit. There's more graphite to smooth out, but the Blick pencil, when we smooth that one, it looks really good. It smooths pretty easily. Let's try the Fantasia pencil against the Faber-castell. Faber. We'll do a 4B. I noticed that the Faber-castell is a lot softer. The Fantasia was a little bit harder to get the transition down, and it didn't smooth out as well. It took a little bit more effort to get it to create a nice gradient when smoothing. I went through and tried to erase just so that we can see how the eraser affects each type of pencil. The softer pencils, it was a lot harder to erase. It took a little more effort, but the really hard pencils like the 6H was really, really difficult to get rid of all the graphite. The easiest one to erase was the HB. That seems to pick up easier, and also around the 2B. So I guess that's probably why it's good for putting your underlining drawings down with the HB or like an H or a 2B, because it's easier to erase if you need to. So I've recently been mostly using the Faber-castell pencils. I really like them. They have a good range that works really well for all my uses. And I also use the Credit Color for super dark, when I want to drop a lot of graphite down onto the paper. This is great. It's there's no wood in it, and it's pure graphite. It's got like a plastic layering over it, and so it has a lot to it. I've been using the Blick Studio lately. I'd like to try more of them. I mostly just have the soft ones, but I'd like to try the hard ones to see if I like them. But so far they've been really great. Also, comment below. Let me know what pencils you use. I'd love to hear about it. And I'm always open to trying new types of graphite pencils to see if I like them. I hope this video has been helpful and that you're able to learn a little bit more about graphite pencils. And if you have any comments or any questions, please comment below, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.